Shauna, what's wrong with you? Our plane is about to leave. We're going on our honeymoon. Why did you get back in the car and drive off?
I don't think you have time to be making any phone calls right now. Don't you have to make your flight? You better hurry.
You know that's not the problem. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'd like to ask you the same question. What are you thinking?
What do you mean?
When we got to the airport, I was so excited to go on our first ever vacation as husband and wife. Just the two of us enjoying the sights, relaxing in the hotel, doing everything we've talked about for the last few months we've been planning it. But then when we got to the airport, your mother was waiting for us, suitcase in hand, and dressed like a cliched depiction of an old tourist. And you weren't surprised in the least to see her. You just said, "This is gonna be great, Shauna. Just you, me, and my mom." So I repeat, what are you thinking?
What's your problem? Mom said she wanted to go, so...
Don't you think it's slightly unusual for a new husband to bring his mother along on his honeymoon? If you want to go on a trip with her, that's fine. I think that would be nice to plan a family vacation together with her. But why, Cody? Why, oh why does she have to come along with us on our honeymoon?
Well, Mom said she wanted to go, and...
Do you have anything else to say for yourself other than things your mom said? Whatever, I hope you enjoy your time with your dear mother on this vacation.
But...
Who knows, maybe you can start a trend of going on honeymoons with your mother. We'll have to give it a trendy abbreviation. How about Honey Mom? That has a nice ring to it.
But, Shauna...
Bye, Cody. Hey, Ellie, about our plan to meet up in the hotel lobby tomorrow, I'm really sorry, but plans have changed. Aw, really? I was really looking forward to seeing you. We haven't seen each other for, 3 years now? That's way too long. What happened, Shauna? Don't tell me you guys canceled your honeymoon. Oh boy, how should I put this? Cody and his mom are going together. They should be boarding the plane right about now. As for me, though, I'm in the car on my way back home. What? His mom? Hold on. Cody and his mom are going on your honeymoon? Wait, that doesn't really sound like a honeymoon to me. Oh, did I maybe hear you wrong? I thought I remembered you were taking a vacation this weekend. Did I mix up your plans for your honeymoon with a different trip? Nope, you got it right. I understand the weirdness of it all must be pretty hard to digest. Honestly, I'm still in a state of shock that it's difficult to even put a proper sentence together. Let me back up and explain things how they happened, in order this time. So, Cody and I drove to the airport together in our car like normal, but when we got there, his mom was waiting for us with her suitcase in hand and dressed like a tourist. I thought, oh, well, this is a coincidence. Cody's mom is going on vacation the same weekend we are. But then Cody broke the news to me that his mother would be accompanying us on our honeymoon. I was so shocked, angry, and disappointed that I walked right back to the car and started driving. Oh my God! That's the grossest example of a real-life Oedipus complex that I've ever seen. Yuck, you think that's what's going on? Think about it. Did Cody put up even the slightest resistance to his mother coming on your honeymoon? From what you told me, it sounds like he was excited for it. And what about his mom? She's a married woman herself. She knows exactly what a honeymoon is for, and yet she still imposed herself on you? And look at what the result was. Cody and his mom now have a weeks-long vacation in paradise together while you're stuck back at home. Not to mention the fact that she was waiting for you at the airport rather than driving there together with you. To me, that looks like they both planned this all along. You think they wanted this to happen? I bet they figured that if she was at the airport waiting and ready to go, that it would be harder for you to say no to her coming along. The only question in my mind is whether they planned on you turning around and going home or if it was a pleasant surprise. Wow, I hate to say it, but you might be right. Thanks, Ellie. It's good to hear what an objective observer thinks of the situation. I see everything way clearer now. I'm glad I could help. But geez, I can't believe Cody is the type of guy that would do this. Right? I'm surprised too. Before we got married, he just seemed like an upstanding and responsible man who cared deeply for his mother. It was an admirable quality of his, or so I thought. So what are you gonna do now? Well, for now, I'm gonna go straight home, get my credit cards, jewelry, and other important stuff, and get set up in a hotel somewhere. What happens after that is gonna depend on what Cody and his mom do next. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Again, I'm really sorry our plans fell through, Ellie. I was really looking forward to seeing you. Oh, don't worry about it, Shauna. You did nothing wrong. You just go and do what you need to. Treat yourself to a nice dinner and a hot bath tonight. And don't forget, you have people around you who would turn at the drop of a hat to help you out. Like your parents and me. Yeah, thanks, Ellie.
Come on, Shauna. I thought that you would have come to your senses and come right back after that. Don't tell me you actually went home. Did you? Why are you so determined to avoid spending time with my mom? Don't forget, we're husband and wife now. That means she's your mom, too. And after all she's done for us, why can't we let her come along on our honeymoon? She deserves that and much more. I never thought you would be so childish as to run home and pout when things don't go your way. Well, you can have it your way. We're not changing our plans. Mom and I are going to go on this vacation. We're going to spend the whole time together, and we're going to have a great time. And another thing, once we get back, I've decided that we're going to move back in with my mom. You need someone to whip you into shape, and my mom's just the person to do it. She's going to train you in how to be a good wife who respects her mother-in-law, and you're going to be grateful for it.
Shauna, this is bad. Ellie, what's wrong? I just ran across Cody a while ago. What? And get this. You know the hotel that you two booked for your vacation? Well, the two of them have been staying there since yesterday. Together. Oh no, you're joking, right? My husband thought it might be nice for us to get out of the house for a few nights and stay in a hotel, like a little mini vacation. And since I wasn't going to be able to meet up with you anymore, we thought we'd take a little walk around the town and enjoy ourselves for the morning. But when we were leaving our room, I ran into Cody. Wow, crazy coincidence. Was his mom with him too? Later last night, he sent me a vomit-inducing text about how he and his mom were going to go on the vacation without me so they can get all lovey-dovey. Ugh, makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about it. It's kind of worse than that. He was walking hand in hand with, a much younger woman. A much younger woman? I don't know who she is. I'd never seen her before, so I can't tell you for sure what was going on. All I can tell you is that she looked like she was in her early 20s and was definitely not your mother-in-law. Oh, and my husband said he managed to take a video of them together while he was pretending to take a picture of me. I'll send it to you later. Gotcha. Thanks, Ellie. To tell you the truth, though, I actually received information about that from a source of my own. That source is working as we speak to confirm a few things. Oh, wow. See? I told you had allies. You were totally right. The video your husband took should still be really helpful, so go ahead and send it to me when you get the chance. Gotcha. I'll have him send it to me right now. Great. I'll be waiting.
Shauna, what is this? You're divorcing me?
Huh? Oh, right. Today's the day you came home from your honeymoon. Did you enjoy your trip?
Don't dodge the issue. You're divorcing me? Why?
I think it's pretty obvious. Do you really need me to tell you?
Yes! Explain yourself! Are you still mad about the whole honeymoon thing? Is that what this is? I told you you were in the wrong for being such an immature little brat about the situation. If you hadn't been so appallingly disrespectful to my mom, we could have all enjoyed a lovely vacation. Do you have any idea how much it hurt my mom when you drove off and left us at the airport? But in spite of your awful behavior, Mom was generous enough to offer to take us into her home so she could train you in how to be a good wife. You should be kissing the ground where she walks. I can't think of anyone else who would be so forgiving and kind after being disrespected as much as she was.
If she were such a generous and kind mother like you say she is, she wouldn't have imposed herself on our honeymoon in the first place. Furthermore, she wouldn't have introduced the daughter of the man she was cheating on her husband with to her own married son.
Huh? You're not making any sense. I was with Mom the whole time we were over there.
Look, I'll save you the embarrassment of inventing some ridiculous cover story and just tell you everything I know up front. I know that your mom is cheating on your dad, and I know that you are cheating on me.
No way!
Once she knew that I would no longer be coming along, she went and called up her boyfriend and had him bring his daughter along to mess around with you, right?
But how?
I was planning on meeting up with an old friend of mine at the hotel we were going to stay at, remember?
Well, yeah, I remembered that, but you weren't there, so what does that have to do with anything?
A lot, actually. She and her husband were staying at that hotel since the day before you guys got there.
They were?
Yes, they were. And what's more, they also saw you walking around holding hands with some younger woman.
Uh-oh.
But wait, there's more. Her husband nonchalantly pretended to be taking a picture of her, but do you know what he was really taking a picture of? You and your little bimbo. They took a video that clearly shows both of your faces, which I now have in my possession.
This can't be happening.
Yes, it can, and it is happening. You've been caught, Cody.
But wait a minute, that still doesn't make any sense. You knew that she's the daughter of the man my mom's having an affair with? How did you figure that out? Who told you? You'd better have some hard evidence of that, or else you're just gonna get laughed out of court. All you have is a video of us holding hands together. That doesn't prove anything. Maybe I was just helping a blind girl find the bathroom.
Oh, that's where your dad comes in.
My dad?
That's right. The one who provided me the evidence I needed to prove that you were cheating on me was none other than your father.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'd imagine that as we speak, he's having a very loud and very angry discussion with your mother about this very issue. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in your kitchen.
Oh, no. Poor Mom. This is awful. My parents are getting divorced. Why is this happening? How did my dad find out?
Is that really the most important issue for you and your mom right now?
It doesn't make any sense. Mom was impeccable about hiding it from him. I mean, my dad usually doesn't even realize whether Mom's at home or not. She'll go out to the store for an hour, and when she comes back, he never realized she left.
It's precisely that overconfidence of yours that puts you in the position you're in right now.
What do you mean?
A while back, Mom had you plan a date with her boyfriend for her because she apparently wanted to go on a date like you young people have. You were kind enough to write it all out for her in large, easy-to-read handwriting, and Mom left that memo out on the kitchen table.
Oh, shoot, she did?
There was something odd about that date plan, though. You went out of your way to indicate that the restaurant had an allergy-free menu. But does anyone in your family have allergies? Your mom doesn't, you don't, your dad doesn't, and I don't. So why? That was the first thing that made Dad suspicious about Mom. He spent the next 6 months using various means to collect all the information he could, and that brings us to today. Come to find out, your mom's boyfriend has a shellfish allergy, and a serious one at that.
Are you saying it's my fault?
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about our divorce.
So you're really divorcing me?
Yes, and I'm also suing you for cheating on me. I've retained a lawyer to handle the suit for me, so if you have any questions, you can address them to him.
Hey, Shauna, look, I mean, it was only during our honeymoon, that was it. It didn't mean anything. I was just bored is all. Mom went off with her boyfriend, so I was stuck all alone with nothing to do.
I noticed that wasn't a denial.
Please, Shauna, can't we talk about this?
Not a chance, you cheating scumbag.
Please!
I was already going to divorce you when your Oedipus complex reared its ugly head. This affair was just the icing on the cake.
Hey, I do not have an Oedipus complex, whatever that means.
I want to get divorced and settle our lawsuit as quickly as possible, so do answer my lawyer's calls, please. Goodbye.
Shauna!
Not only did he actively aid his mom in having and hiding her affair, Cody even went so far as to have an affair with the woman his mother threw at him, out of boredom. I think this exceeds the level of just an Oedipus complex. And yet, in spite of all that, he still tried to fight the divorce. Thanks to the untiring work of my lawyer, after 2 months of encouragement, he finally agreed to enter mediation. We settled my lawsuit against him for his affair, and he paid the whole thing in a lump sum. Now, as for Cody and his mother, since his mom's boyfriend broke up with her, they couldn't rely on him for assistance, so the two divorced cheaters ended up renting an apartment together. The mental and financial stress proved too much for his mom, who started going haywire in short order. Her overprotective nature towards her son worsened exponentially, to the point where she's screaming at him every night to quit his job and work in an office where there aren't any women. Honestly, though, between the settlement leaving him bankrupt and having to live with his psychotic mother, I don't think his mom needs to worry about any woman stealing him away from her in the foreseeable future.
Zora, you get your butt over here and do the chores at once. This will be 1 week of you not listening to a single word I've been saying to you. Do you have any idea what that means for you? That means you are going to have to come here and clean up 1 week's worth of garbage. That means you're going to have to come and clean up 1 week's worth of laundry. That means you're going to have to come here and buy 1 week's worth of groceries to fill this empty fridge with. It has been 1 week now since you cleaned the house, so now everything is covered in a layer of dust. And it has been 1 week since you cleaned out the inside of my bathtub, which has led to there being a thin layer of grime forming in there that is completely disgusting. You seriously need to get a grip, woman. Now come on. Hurry up and get that tiny little butt of yours over here and do the chores. I want the chores done now. Now.
Jace, can we talk right now? There is something I'd like to ask you about, actually. Something very important that I thought was already handled.
Hey, Zora. Today is my day off, so I can talk with you all day if you'd like. Now tell me, what did you want to ask?
You talked with your mom about how I want to go back to her house during my last 3 months of pregnancy before I have to give birth, right?
Of course I spoke to her about that. When you first went over to their house about a week ago, I spoke with my mom about it, and she understood everything I was saying. At first she was totally against having you go over to her place, but when I spoke with her about how I'd have to leave to Australia for a while based off a work transfer I got, she said it should be fine letting you come. So, all in all, she did come around to saying yes and making it at least sound like she understood what you wanted to do.
I see. Well, for some reason, it doesn't seem at all like she understood what you and I meant.
What? What do you mean by that?
I'll send you a screenshot of all the things your mom was saying to me today by text, and I think that'll give you a hint as to what I mean by her not understanding.
Sure. What was she going on about? You were only gone for 2 hours, and my mom was drilling into you about how you needed to come back to her house and do all those chores for her.
Ever since you and I got married, this has happened from time to time, but I had thought that me being pregnant now would get me a pass, and I wouldn't have to worry about all those things anymore. I don't think she cares about the fact that I need to rest and care for this baby.
When I spoke to her, though, she told me she understood and was fine with you going to her place. Later, I'll give her a call and explain to her in more detail what I meant by that.
All right, please do that for me.
And if she continues to act like that towards you, you don't have to bother with listening to her. Honestly, you can go ahead and just block her if you really want to.
No, I'm not going to block your mom's phone number, Jace.
Are you sure about that, though?
This is something my mom told me before, and that's that it's best to make sure both sides are completely calm before making any moves so that things are understandable for both people.
I see. So basically, there is no point in shutting her out by blocking her until she's calmed down and we understand one another.
That's right. If I were to block her right now while she's still upset, I would only be making things worse for the both of us.
Well, it's not like my mom knows anything about where your family lives, so even if you did block her, there'd be no way for her to find you if you moved back to their house.
But we should be a bit more cautious before making such a big move as that.
Understood. But really, I'm sorry that my mom is always doing things like this. I never, and I mean never, thought that this would happen again. The moment I left for Australia, it seems my mom took that as the perfect time to start bullying you again. And right after I explained to her that you just wanted to relax at her place before having our baby.
Jace.
However, due to this, I've remembered something. I've told you before about how I have an older brother who's 5 years older than me, right?
Oh, right. You told me about him once. You said that while you were in college, he went and got married and moved into a place close to your parents' house, right? However, after just 6 months, his wife and him both moved away without telling anyone in your family and has pretty much cut ties to all of you ever since.
That's right. Him and I are still talking every so often, actually, but he won't ever tell me where he and his wife moved away to. Really, we just talk whenever he wants something from me. And every single time we talk, he makes sure to tell me not to tell my mom and not to give her his contact information. That's how badly he wants to stay away from her, I guess.
Hey, don't tell me...
You know what this means. I only just started to think about this a bit more. But my mom must have really harassed the heck out of my brother's wife.
Don't you think it'd be a good idea to ask your brother about that? I'm sure if you explain to him what's been happening with me, he'd want to open up a bit.
Hey, that's a great idea. I'll ask and see. Now, I should be getting back to the States when it comes time for you to have the baby, but until then, do not be afraid to call me if you have anything you need from me. The time zone difference kinda sucks, but I'll make sure to always keep my phone by me for you.
Thank you. Will do.
Zora, you went and tattled on me to Jace, didn't you? I want to know what all you told him about me. Because he was beyond upset with me when he called. He told me to stop making a pregnant woman do all my chores and that I needed to be the one taking care of you. But I know what this is all about. You are just using your pregnancy as an excuse to not come to my house anymore to clean. I don't mind you staying at my house and relaxing, but that does not mean you can slack off from doing the chores here. If you understand that, you will be working all day from sunrise to sunset starting tomorrow. I'm going to make sure you make up for that whole week of not doing any of the chores here by forcing you to do them all in one day. Come here at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Jace, your mom is doing exactly what we predicted.
What?
Can I send you some more screenshots of the text she sent me? I can tell you what she told me, but I think it would be far more easy to understand if you just looked at these for me.
Sounds good. Please send them all to me. Thanks for those screenshots of everything. So it seems that me warning her about what she'd been doing didn't make things any better, and actually just caused her to start throwing a fit about it.
That's what it looks like. I don't think you warning her is going to be of any use to us from here on out.
I went and chatted with my brother about what happened with him and his wife, and he told me exactly what we thought. The reason those two left is because my mom would harass his wife. And I'm sure the reason why my dad divorced her a year ago had to do with the way she was behaving as well. At least that's what my brother was saying to me about my mom. My brother told me the reason he never said anything to me before about all of this is because he thought things would change after he ran away from my mom. And the reason he would always ask things from me about how my life was going was to check up on me and make sure nothing had gotten worse.
I see.
Yet my mom is doing the exact same thing she did to my brother's wife, to you now, and it doesn't seem like she's going to listen to anything. Anyway, we cannot let her behavior towards you carry on all the way up to when you have our babies, so we have to do something. My mom doesn't know anything about your parents' house, right?
I don't think so.
But who's to say she won't be able to find out?
I'm sorry this has you all worked up while you're on your business trip.
Don't be. She's my mom, so I should be sorry for all the crap she's causing you now.
I have talked with both of my parents about your mom, and they said they can help me deal with her if need be. So, do you think you can start to think of what to do after I have our babies?
So, about what to do once you've had our babies?
Of course, I'll be thinking about all of that as well. I'll take a look online and see what others have to say about things like this.
Good idea. If we don't think about what to do after you have the twins, then there's no telling what my mom might do to get to them, and to take even more advantage of you by harassing you. Honestly, I can only see one outcome to all of this. Maybe it's best that we leave some of this stuff in the hands of your parents, since they are there in the States with you and can give you the best support. When the time comes, though, where I want to pull the plug on her, I'll let you know.
Understood. Tell me whenever you want to and are ready.
Mom, I have something to tell you. Very late last night, Zora gave birth to 2 cute twins. She didn't have any complications, and we now have 2 little boys.
Is that right? Congratulations, Jace.
Now listen, Mom. Please, please, please do not do anything to make the situation any worse between Zora and you now, since she just gave birth and is very tired.
All right. I suppose I'll be going now. Thanks for the good news. I heard the news. You gave birth to both of your babies without there being any complications. However, what does it matter that you had both of those babies in the middle of the night? You don't have to carry the both of them around now, so you can come here and cook for me, clean for me, and do the laundry for me right now. I will not allow you to slack off any longer. Now you get back to my house right now, and don't you dare waste even a second more.
Linda, you've given birth to a baby before, right?
Excuse me? Well, I was shocked to finally see you replying to me for once, and that's the kind of rude question you're going to ask me?
So does this mean you don't understand anything about what happens immediately after giving birth? Because in most people's cases, you have to stay at the hospital for a while afterwards, and for about a day, you don't have the energy to do anything besides lay in bed.
I am tired of listening to your stupid arguments. Get your ass over here right now.
Is that what you really want? Understood. Jace, I just got a couple of texts from your mom.
And how did things end up going?
I'm really sorry to have to say this, but it's no use anymore. She not only knows about how I had to stay up all night giving birth, but that I had to give birth to 2 babies at the same time. Yet the only thing she had to tell me was that I couldn't slack off from doing her chores and that I had to go over to her house right now. She even told me not to waste a second more.
Is that so? I guess this is it then. You can leave the rest of this to me.
Excuse me, Zora. I just heard the doorbell ring and I thought that it was you finally showing up to do all these chores. What the hell is going on right now?
So this means your son has finally arrived at your house then? He also brought along some of your family, as well as some of my family, which means there should be 15 people in total there right now to see you.
I never said that I wanted Jace coming over here. I said that I wanted you. You. Now I have 15 people in my house right now, all doing the chores for me, and that's not what I asked for.
You told me that your place hasn't been touched in forever and needed to be cleaned up badly, right? So I thought that instead of having me, a smaller woman who just gave birth to twins and is all beaten up now, come to your place, it would be better to have 15 healthy people come over and do all that work for you.
But can you even imagine what things are like right now?
I'm sorry, but I'm starting to feel a bit sick again, so I'm going.
Zora! I am asking you to please do something about all this. At least get all of your family out of my place. I've even been trying to get Jace to do something about all of this, but he won't answer me, besides with a massive grin on his face as he vacuums the floors. Jace, what the hell have you been doing? I thought all of you guys had come to my house to clean it all up for me, but really, you all were working to prepare my house for me to move out?
Have you gotten off the plane now and arrived at your new home?
I thought that you said you were moving me closer to your brother, but now I'm out at this tiny house in the middle of nowhere with nothing around me.
Well, at least you can be away from all of us now, and we'll find it hard to trouble anyone out there.
Huh? I'll find it hard to trouble anyone out here?
Mom, do you still have no idea why you've been forced into such a sad situation as that?
What are you trying to say that I've done?
So you really have no idea then, huh? Well, let me give you the answer then. You've been harassing my wife.
Huh?
You did it once before with Jake's wife as well, right? And when his wife told him about how you'd been bullying her so much, he moved away from his house near you and never spoke to you again, right? He was really hoping something like that would have opened your eyes and that you would have learned your lesson. But nothing changed, and this time you chose to start harassing my wife when she'd been carrying our twins.
Hold on a minute. What are you going on about right now? It is the job of the husband's wife to listen to whatever his mother asks of her, no matter what, right? As a way of teaching her how to become a good wife for you, I was asking that she do all of my chores here and learn from them. Don't you dare start calling that something as barbaric as me harassing her.
Is that right? Since it doesn't seem like you're ever going to take responsibility for what you've done and change your ways, I really don't have any other choice. I'm taking a page out of Jake's book here, and I'm going to leave you now.
What?
Right after I got back from Australia, I had a word with my boss and asked that I transfer to another office out of state, and so we've moved.
What? You also moved out of your old place?
Yeah. And along with the move, I'll be changing my last name to that of Zora's. And that will set me cutting ties to you in stone, I think.
Jace!
Goodbye forever.
Jace? Jace!
It was a major shock to Jace that he had to live with his actual mother being the type of person who thought it was totally okay to harass her son's wives like that. But after being transferred to a new office and the four of us moving into a new home where he could spend time with his newborn babies, he began to realize that it didn't matter anymore what kind of a monster she was. He's now feeling a whole lot better and will go out with my dad sometimes to go golfing and will help my mom go do grocery shopping when he has the chance, creating a wonderful atmosphere within my family. Just a few days ago, I was even able to meet my brother-in-law and his wife for some dinner and drinks. Jace's brother was even kind enough to tell us where him and his wife are living now after the dinner we had. And it turns out they're both really close to our place and my parents' house. Which pretty much means, from here on out, we'll all be seeing each other a whole lot more and rekindling the bond between two brothers. Now, let's talk about what happened with Linda herself after Jace cut ties to her. She was flown out to the middle of nowhere in the Rocky Mountains, where she's now set up in a small cabin close to a very small town with not very many people living in it at all. The only way for her to get out of that town is by plane from the local airport or by car, taking around 8 hours in all directions. Both Jace and I thought that the town would be a great place for her, considering most of the people in the town were close to her age. But it turned out not a lot of them liked her toxic and childish behavior, and so she was shunned by a lot of them and will end up living the rest of her life all by herself, with no one coming to help with her chores. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Graham, as of today, you're fired. Huh? Ken? As in Ken Jenkins, company president? Good morning. I hope you don't mind me asking, sir, but what's this all about? Why would you tell me I'm fired all of a sudden? Because you're fired all of a sudden, dimwit. I'm sure you've heard about my dad's recent passing and my ascension to his post of CEO. Well, I'm getting rid of all the dead weight at the company as part of my new policy. As of now on, we'll only be hiring people like myself with elite educational backgrounds. If you're not from a top 5 college, we ain't interested. Accordingly, I'm currently in the process of firing all employees found not to have an elite educational background. I'm sure you understand. How are we ever supposed to make it far in the industry with a bunch of uneducated dimwits weighing us down? We don't need morons like you around anymore, so you're fired. Jesus Christ, Ken, you're firing everyone who didn't graduate a top 5 college? Isn't this a little extreme? This is going to cause all sorts of problems for the clients I'm responsible for managing. You do know I have contracts with a lot of companies, right? Don't worry about that. I'll be taking over all of your roles as of today. Huh? But how? If these client relationships are so simple a pea-brained dimwit like you could handle them, I'm sure we'll be fine. So you're not even gonna find me a replacement? Like we need a replacement for you! You have the IQ of a potato and a workload lower than my dead grandma! I could do your job in my sleep! Are you being serious? This company's going places now that I'm in charge of it, which means we can't afford to have a bunch of deadweight potato brains holding us back. To be honest, if these clients were low grade enough to be involved with you, we're probably better off without them. There's no point in replacing you. It'd be a waste of a salary. I see. All right, we're done here. I don't want to see your face around our company again, do you hear me? As of today, you're officially without a job. Thanks for your service. Olivia, I'm coming home now.
Huh? Graham, what's going on? Did something happen? You left for work this morning just like always, right? Are you clocking off early? Are you sick?
I got fired.
You got fired? What the heck? Why? Why would they fire the sales manager at a company with 10 employees? What happened, Graham? Aren't you the only one there with the skills required to negotiate client contracts? I remember you telling me most of the other guys there were fresh out of college and a little wet behind the ears. I can't believe they'd fire you.
Apparently, the new CEO's only hiring people who graduated a top 5 college from now on. Obviously, that means they'll be rejecting 99% of new applications because very few people actually graduate a top 5 college, and even fewer of those would be interested in working for our company. Naturally, a high school dropout like me never had a shot.
What? Are you for real?
He didn't even replace me. Apparently, he'll be taking on all of my responsibilities himself.
Graham, wait a sec. Maybe this is actually for the best.
What? It was for the best that I got fired?
No. I don't mean it in a bad way. Listen, his dad, the old CEO, was the one who hired you after you dropped out of high school due to what was going on with your family at the time, right? I was so shocked to find out he died in a car crash recently, and obviously it's really tragic. But with an idiot like that in charge, do you really think the company has a future? At least this way you can get out early, instead of having to endure a slow descent to the bottom.
Olivia, that's actually a good point.
Besides, he might have said the reason he fired you was because of your educational background, but isn't it more likely that he just has a grudge against you?
A grudge? But why?
I told you before we got married, right? About how that arrogant dimwit was constantly hitting on me back in college, always trying to get my attention in the most obnoxious ways. It was like he couldn't take a hint and kept showing up everywhere I went, thinking he was irresistible.
Yeah, I remember that. After you guys all graduated, he joined the company as a regular employee, right? But when he found out me and you had been dating ever since middle school, he started treating me like crap at work and making the most ridiculous demands of me and only me. He did calm down when word of him throwing his weight around at the office got out to his dad, and he gave him a stern telling off, and he's been quiet ever since. But now that I think about it, I doubt his resentment ever went away. If anything, he probably hated me more after thinking I'd ratted on him to his dad.
Right? The fact that he started behaving like his old self again the moment he became CEO tells me it's exactly like you say. His hatred didn't go away. It was just bubbling away under the surface, kept in check by his dad. But now he's gone. He's totally out of control. He appears to have absolutely no idea how valuable you are to that company. I don't think it has long left. Oh, would you look at that? The moron himself just messaged me as I was writing all this up.
Wow, no kidding?
I did try blocking him ages back, but he got even more persistent and irritating in real life when he couldn't get through to me anymore, so I unblocked him again. I hadn't heard from him for months until just now. Damn it, what does he want this time? It looks like this whole situation is about to become an even bigger pain in the ass.
I just got to the station. I'm gonna rush home as fast as I can, so I won't reply till I'm back. See you soon, babe.
Okay, sweetie, be careful.
Hello there, Olivia, my sweet aromatic sugar dumpling. It looks like you're gonna have no choice but to marry me real soon. Listen, babe, that low IQ fiancé of yours made a huge blunder at work that led to the whole company's IT systems going offline for the day. I had no choice but to fire him. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew this is what I was getting myself into when I stepped up to the role of CEO. It's just like Batman says, with great power comes great responsibility. Naturally, being a hopelessly stupid high school dropout, his prospects of finding a new job after this are less than zero, so I'm guessing he probably didn't tell you yet. Am I right? My hunch is that he'd rather marry you as a jobless NEET than admit to being unemployed and risk you leaving him. If you're not careful, he could end up leeching off your salary for the rest of your life. It's a sad reality, but everyone knows high school dropouts are 96% more likely to be scumbag leeches than normal human beings like you and I. I think it's about time you tossed that good-for-nothing parasite by the wayside. I, on the other hand, I've decided to make you the CEO's wife. Of course, that means you can quit your current job to ascend to your new post of blessed fortune, riches, and social status. But by post, I don't mean within the company. Oh no, you, my sweet darling angel, are gonna be a stay-at-home housewife living entirely off my vast riches in comfort, luxury, and style.
Shut the hell up, you pea-brained moron.
What?
Graham doesn't work for you anymore, so I can drop the act now, right? It feels super relieving to be able to let you know exactly how much I hate you, asshole.
Olivia?
Graham already told me about how you fired him.
What? He told you of his own volition?
He told me straight after you did it as he was on his way home. He just got back and now he sat right next to me.
You mean he actually admitted he got fired? What the hell's gotten into him?
Me and Graham love and respect each other, which means he'd never lie to me about anything. Also, he and I are not engaged.
Huh? You mean you broke up? Ah, fantastic, magnificent, excelento. This is like music to my ears, baby. This means me and you can finally tie the knot and be whisked away in our very own love roller coaster.
No, doofus, we got married 6 months ago, which means I'm his wife now.
You're his wife?
Not only that, but I'm pregnant with his child.
Pregnant?
Yes, so unless you enjoy wasting your time, I think it's about time you gave up on me for good, Ken. I'd never betray Graham, no matter what, so just leave us alone.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. My honey princess, my treacle bear, the apple of my eye, my precious Olivia, got married to a high school dropout? You let a high school dropout get you pregnant? I think I'm gonna throw up. I was sure that once I finally became CEO and fired that no-good loser, I was finally gonna get you all to myself. I can't believe this. No!
Graham, your old coworkers, Magnus and Hafthor, are here.
Huh? Like Hafthor and Magnus are at the house?
Yeah, apparently they made their excuses and left early so they could come and see you. I told them you're at the local municipal office to do the procedures for changing your health insurance card right now. Do you think you'll be there much longer? What should I tell them?
Well, if they went out of their way to see me, I imagine they must have something pretty important to talk about. Could you ask them to hang on a little longer? I'm almost finished here. As long as they don't mind, of course. I should be back in like 15 minutes.
Got it. I'll pass on the message.
Hey, asshole! How dare you steal all of my clients? 90% of our regulars just terminated their contracts with us. We're gonna go frickin' bankrupt at this rate. You get your ass down here and bring these clients back right now, you worthless high school dropout prick.
You should have thought about that before firing me, you despicable, low-life shitweasel.
What did you just call me? Did you just call me a despicable low-life shitweasel? What the hell does that even mean? Anyway, that is no way to speak to your superior. I am the CEO.
Of what? A failing company that I don't even work for anymore? On what planet do I have any obligation to treat you with respect? I'm not held back by my position anymore, which means I can call you whatever the hell I like, and that's what I intend to do.
I'm still the CEO. Not only that, but unlike you, I have a college degree. Do you have any idea how important I am?
You important? In spite of that amazing degree of yours, you're clearly too stupid to understand that the moment you fired me, you stopped being my boss and became nothing more than the irritating asshole who was trying to steal my wife behind my back. You should be grateful I'm even taking the time out of my day to reply to you, you verminous plague rat.
What?
My wife could take you to court for stalking if she wanted to. Do you even realize that?
Stalking? What the?
We have mountains of evidence, so go ahead and keep trying to provoke us if you think your financial situation isn't already bad enough. 'Cause I promise you, we could easily make it 10 times worse.
Whatever. This crap about your wife isn't why I messaged you. Give me back my clients!
Ah, of course. The trouble is, I couldn't give you those clients back even if I wanted to.
Why not?
You probably think I conspired to bring them with me and carry on our business in secret when I got a new job or something, right?
Well, you did, didn't you?
Nope, I'm still unemployed.
Huh?
One of my buddies offered me a managerial post at the new company he's starting next month, so it's not like I don't have anything lined up. But it's an entirely different industry to your company, so my relationships with those clients were essentially terminated the moment you fired me. We're no longer involved with each other, and probably never will be again.
Wait, What? But if that's true, why would they terminate their contracts with my company? Their termination notices started showing up in my inbox practically from the moment I fired you. I lost 90% of the company's clients in 2 weeks. Does that even happen? I can't frickin' believe it. This ain't normal, and I know you're involved somehow, so just come clean with me already, damn it!
You appear to be completely unaware of how your company actually works, despite being its CEO. But I had meetings scheduled with every single one of the 90% who just abandoned you to negotiate contract renewal for next year. It's not that they terminated the contracts, they're just not going to renew them. But if you understood the basics of corporate management, you'd know that, wouldn't you? Anyway, as of the moment you fired me, there was no longer anyone at the company with the knowledge or experience required to negotiate and finalize contract renewal procedures. I was the one in charge of ensuring the continuation of those contracts, and with me gone, they couldn't carry on working with you even if they wanted to.
What the hell? No way. Surely that can't be. There must be at least one more person here with a college degree who knows how to do the contract stuff.
Sure, but he went on extended leave last month.
What?
With that, I was the only employee left on the sales team. I did try to explain to you that it would be a good idea to employ someone else to help keep things running smoothly, even if only on a short-term basis until he came back, but you barely even listened to what I had to say before rejecting my proposal outright. I had no choice but to keep running sales entirely on my own. Then, to make an already ridiculous situation even more absurd, you fired me! Then to make an already absurd situation so outrageously farcical that it became positively hilarious, you didn't even find me a replacement!
What the heck?
I have no idea who took over the client discussions over next year's contract renewal after I left, or whether anyone even did, but there's no way anyone at that company was capable, knowledgeable, or experienced enough to pull something like that off. The clients had no choice but to call off the negotiations because there was nobody they could talk to.
So that's what happened. I see. Graham, get your ass back down to the office immediately. You need to re-establish those meetings for next year's contract renewal right now.
Impossible.
What kind of attitude is that? Don't give up before you even try, damn it.
You seem to be forgetting one minor detail. You fired me.
Whatever, that's all water under the bridge now. I take it back, you're unfired.
Don't worry, there's no need to unfire me.
What? Why? You said it yourself, you're still not working, right? Sure, I know you said you're waiting to work at your buddy's company, but you know as well as I do starting from scratch in a new industry is going to be a huge amount of work. Come back to us and get me back these client relationships, Graham, and I'll see to it that you have a comfortable, well-paying job for the rest of your life.
Won't you understand unless I repeat myself?
Understand what?
That you're nothing but a despicable, low-life shit weasel who kept hitting on my wife behind my back. Why would I want to work at your company?
Grr!
I'm going to need you to stop wasting my time with these asinine messages too, Ken.
Fine. Point taken. I'll leave Olivia alone, okay? I promise. Now come and get your job back.
You seem to be missing a key point here. Tell me, Ken, is your company even functional right now? I heard from some of my old coworkers earlier today that the entire company handed in their resignations in one fell swoop. I really would have to be the low IQ, pea-brained moron you think I am to come back to a company that's not even operational. Good luck, Ken. I'm sure there's no problem you can't fix, what with having an elite education and all.
Oh my God! My company! I don't know how much longer it has left.
That's not my problem.
Graham!
I genuinely hope you can turn things around. I know how hard your dad worked to build that company. And as unfortunate as it is that he ended up with a son like you, it'd still kinda suck to see it go under. That said, I won't have any part in it. You're on your own now. As for you, I couldn't care less what happens to you from here on out. Grr! Later! The next day, Ken launched a sudden assault on our house. By sudden assault, I mean he showed up on our doorstep with a megaphone screaming, "Ken, please come back," to the supreme annoyance of our neighbors, resulting in the police being called and him being carted away in the back of a patrol car. But actually, I heard all of this from an old neighbor because me and Olivia were no longer there. That's right, we'd already moved into a bigger house in the next town in preparation to accommodate our growing family. That said, we took great pleasure in seeing the videos of him being handcuffed and bundled into the back of the cop car that went viral on local social media pages. Unfortunately for Ken, it didn't stop there. Before the day was up, footage of his arrest was being circulated on the social media pages of every rival company in his industry. At this point, the destruction of his reputation was just insult on top of injury. Realistically, between the near-total lack of clients and mountains of debt he was in, the company was already screwed, but his arrest proved to be the final nail in the coffin. And before the week was up, he was filing for bankruptcy. I wondered where he went next. Until one day, a buddy messaged me saying he saw him working on a construction site. Apparently, he saw him crying his eyes out with a look of abject despair on his face while being shouted at by someone who appeared to be his boss.
Linda, I'm sorry that this is so sudden, but I have to tell you that for a little while, I don't think I'll be coming back to you.
What's going on, Connor? Did something bad happen?
I just received a call. My mom got punched in the head and is on her way to the ER right now because of it.
What? She got into a fight then? Do you need me to come there as well to be with you all?
No, you should stay home. For the time being, just me being there with my mom will be fine. I'm worried that if the man that attacked her hasn't been caught yet, he might come looking for her again, and I don't want you to be a part of that. I'm still not even sure what'll happen and why, but until I know what's all going on, I'd like to avoid having you get wrapped up in this at all costs.
That's a good point. Right now, we shouldn't be trying to add any more worries to what's already on our plates.
I'm going to start hitting there now. Until things calm down, I'm not sure I'll be able to talk with you much, so can you just wait on me to contact you?
Sure, I understand. Please be careful, and I hope things go well with your mom. Linda, how have things been going? Huh? Are you taking good care of yourself? Is this really you right now, Jody? That's right, this is Jody. What? Are you really Jody, though? Yes, this is in fact your mother-in-law, Jody. Really? Linda, what's going on with you right now? I'm sure that it might come to you as a surprise that I ended up leaving that old house of mine and moving into a newer place, but... Huh? But I didn't even mention anything about that yet to you, and right now I was planning on talking to you about something completely different. Okay? Jody, are you planning on coming over to our place first? Yes. I just got off the bus a little bit ago and am starting to get on the local bus now to come over to your guys' place. Then that must mean you've been on that last bus for around 3 hours, since that's how long it takes to get from your old house all the way to the main bus depot. Right? You're right, it's been about 3 hours so far. But actually, I was wondering if you could just come and pick me up from here so that I don't have to wait for the local bus to come by. That's why I'm texting you right now. Well, it seems that you might be too busy to come and get me then. Well, if you and Connor are too busy to see me and have me over, then I'll just get myself a hotel and travel around town a bit before going to my new place. You won't even have to worry about me, because I'm totally okay with that as well. No, I don't mind you coming over to our house to stay for a little while. But actually, I was just told a little bit ago that you hurt your head really badly and that you were on your way to the ER to have that treated.
Huh? I hurt my head? And I'm supposed to be going to the ER right now?
Yeah, and I was told that you were unconscious.
No way! Right now I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world. Can you tell me who it was that was telling you a lie like that?
Your son told me that.
Huh?
And I'm telling you that he told me all of this just minutes ago. He made it pretty clear to me that he was going to be heading over to the hospital to go and see you.
Wait! He has no clue that I'm no longer at that old house right now, out in the countryside?
Well, he probably doesn't know that yet.
Then what the hell is going on with him?
For the time being, I'm going to drive out to that bus depot to come and pick you up. Then you and I can talk more about all of this in person.
Good idea. That way it'll be a whole lot easier for me to understand what's going on here.
Can you wait for me across the street at that old bookstore so that I can pick you up a lot more easily?
Sure thing. And thank you for coming to get me. I'll talk to you soon then.
Linda, I'm sorry that I'm only just talking to you now after so much time has passed, but I wanted to make sure that things were okay here before I started to update you on what all has happened and what'll happen next.
I hope you're doing okay there, Connor. So, can you tell me what's all been going on?
Thankfully, Mom is back to being fully conscious and is able to keep her eyes open. But since she took such a blow to her head and it's not looking too great, she's going to stay in the hospital for a while the doctors run some tests on her.
Well, you did tell me that she got punched in the head, so I don't blame them for wanting to run all kinds of tests on her.
Also, it seems that nobody knows about who the perpetrator is and where they're at. Right now, Mom's head, it's all wrapped in bandages and she keeps moaning in pain due to how bad the punch was. I really want to know who the hell did this to her and why they did it. When I find out who they are, I'm not going to let them get off so easy.
Are you still okay with me staying at home and not coming to the hospital to see you and your mom? I feel that it'd be the right thing for me to do, coming there to see you and your mom and hopefully help the two of you relax some.
No, you don't have to worry about coming here yet. I told you that they haven't found the person that's done this to her yet, and so it's too dangerous for you.
Right. Understood.
Linda, I found out that even after my mom gets out of here, I'm going to have to stick around to take care of her, so I won't be back home for a little while longer. I'm going to be here for as long as my mom needs me, okay?
What are you going to do about your job?
My job will be fine. I'm able to do my job remotely for a while, and my boss has given me the go-ahead on that.
Is that so? All right, then.
Seriously, the person that did this to her is in for it when he gets found. I'm still here in the hospital now, but seeing her in such pain after an attack like that makes me so angry.
Hey, Connor, right now your mom is in the middle of singing at karaoke with me.
Huh? There's no way. How would my mom ever be able to do karaoke after she was just punched in the head a day ago? Why would you even say something like that in the first place to me?
And I'd like to ask the same of you, Connor. Why are you saying all these things about your mom to me? Because at the moment, she's here with me singing karaoke. She is literally sitting right next to me in this booth.
Huh?
We both came to this karaoke joint together and rented out a booth for the next couple of hours.
The two of you are together?
Yep. Your mom and I. She told me that she really doesn't have a reason for it, but she wanted to swing by and hang out with us for a few days, and that's why her and I are out singing right now. And since I went to the bus depot to get her in my car, we decided to hit up the karaoke joint here in town to sing since it's been ages since the last time. But I'd like to know, why have you been telling me that your mom got punched in the head and that you needed to go to the hospital to go see her? And now that you are expecting to go back home with her when she gets out of there to care for her.
No, wait. Huh? Are you being serious with me?
Well, if her being here with me means anything to you to support just how serious I'm being, then you probably don't need to be asking me that question.
So you really are being serious then?
After hearing about what you've been telling me about your mom, she decided to call her neighbor to ask them if anyone has been by her house since she left. And they said they haven't seen a soul there. And if this had all been happening in her hometown, out in that very small town, then people would have heard about the incident happening. However, when she asked if her neighbor knew anything about someone getting punched, they said they never heard anything about an incident like that. So as of right now, it seems that nobody has been punched, at least not in your mom's hometown.
Hey, why have all your things just vanished from the house?
Huh? So you finally made it back to the house? I'm glad that I was able to get that moving truck to the house as soon as I could before you made it home then.
Huh? Moving truck?
I never knew about your mom coming out to our house beforehand, but I am glad that she did. Because if it weren't for her help getting all my things out of that place, then I'd probably still be there and having to deal with you in person.
What the heck? That's not the answer I was looking for.
Well, listen to this, Connor. Everything you've been trying to hide from me has been uncovered.
Huh?
Ever since this morning, you've been out in Hudsonville at that spa resort, right? And you are there right now with that one part-time girl from your work, right?
So you actually figured out what's been going on?
From the start of all of this, I began to doubt what you were saying and suspected that you might be cheating on me. So I asked for some help in looking into what you've been up to.
Huh? You're kidding.
And it's because of all the other times before that I've been able to tell you're not so good at lying. Actually, you're awful at it. But of course it did help that this time your mom decided to come out to our house without asking first, as that information from her came to me right after you told me she was going to the ER for being punched in the head. So that was the one thing I needed to confirm that you were lying to me about something and that I needed to find out what it was. But even if she hadn't come down to see us, there would have still been a problem with your story. Had she really been punched in the head, wouldn't the police be notified about it and be on the move to try and find a suspect to the crime?
The police?
In other words, what I'm trying to say is that your lie was awful, and I would have been able to see past it sooner or later. But luckily, I had your mom here with me, and she was able to check with all her friends to see if something like you told me had really happened in town. Well, anyway, I made sure to have all of this confirmed for sure by asking someone to investigate a little further into what exactly was going on with you. And of course, they started by seeing where you'd driven off to, and that led them to Hudsonville, where you're located now.
So you've been working against me?
Well, it's not like I had reason to trust you after you lied about your mother. And thankfully, you ended up extending your stay at that resort because the investigator told me your original stay was only for one night and that you would have been gone by the time they got to the resort. Well, I'm really glad that this all worked out for me and your mom in the end, as right now we're both with one another talking about what to do next about you.
So you really did figure everything out about what I've been doing.
Connor!
Oh crap, it's you!
It's one thing to be cheating on your wife and all that, but to lie about me and my health as well as about you coming back to my house just so that you could cheat? After all these lies, I feel that both Linda and I should be done with your butt. What the actual hell were you thinking lying about me again and again so that you could make Linda think everything was very serious, when in reality all you were trying to do was buy yourself some more time to stay out with that girl? I am absolutely fed up with your crap, you idiot!
What's going on? Aren't you supposed to be on the side of your son in all this?
Listen up, you dunce!
Huh?
You've been stabbing that wonderful wife of yours in the back multiple times now. Well, I don't ever remember raising such a terrible man like you in my life, and I will not let you continue like that.
Terrible man? Well, listen to this, Mom. Why are you teaming up with my wife to both go after and harass me about something as simple as this?
Huh?
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
What the hell do you want me to say about this, Connor? Do you think that after doing all of this, your wife and I would just let you go on with things as though you didn't just hurt two people?
Huh?
I get that this may be a surprise to you, that we are acting so close now, but the two of us have been with one another a lot longer than you think. After all, her and I play online games with each other quite a bit.
Huh? You both play games online with each other?
I've always loved playing video games for a long time, and you should know about that, right? Well, your dad and I used to play together a lot when he was still around, but when he passed away, I was left playing games all by myself with you never being that interested. But when I heard from Linda that she liked to play video games as well, especially the same games that I like to, we started to play online with one another and make parties and all that. And after doing that together for a long time, we've grown to become more than just mother and daughter. We're more like close friends that are willing to help one another out when needed.
I never knew anything about this.
And we know that.
But now that you see her and I are best friends, it's pretty obvious why her and I have teamed up on you after you cheated on and lied to her. And if she plans on divorcing you because of this, then I'm going to continue to support what she wants until she gets it.
But Mom, that's... Linda, I just sent you the money that you asked for in the settlement. I'm assuming it's in your account now?
It is. I just got a call from my lawyer a second ago telling me about it. And as for the girl you were cheating on me with, she sent me the amount I had asked her for yesterday, and in one whole payment. I'm on my way right now to the city hall to hand in our divorce papers, so after this it'll all be over between us.
Hey, do you have any idea where my mom ran off to?
Hmm?
Ever since you said you'd be divorcing me, she moved out of her house and is no longer around anymore. And as for the house that you and I have been living in together, I'll have to leave it since the place is under your name. So I tried to go back to the house she left behind, and there was a note there that she left for me. And in that note it says she's going to sell the place soon and that I need to be out of here by the end of the week or else the police would be called on me. I haven't even been able to get in touch with her since then, and so I can't tell where she is now.
Well, she's still coming online every now and then to play games with me.
Wait, really?
But she's told me that she's not going to tell anyone, not even me, the new address that she has, and won't be telling anyone for a while yet. So you won't be getting an answer from me.
Is that so? Then, can you at least tell my mom something for me?
Stop it. She told me that she no longer wants to talk to you anymore, so anything you have to say to her will not be heard.
Alright then.
Now, I'm guessing that's it for us now?
Linda?
I really want to start driving to the city office to hand in the divorce papers.
Alright.
Goodbye forever now, Connor. After what had happened, Connor ended up changing jobs and leaving his previous company. To tell you the truth, he ended up not getting the promotion he was expecting to get, and that's what drove him to leave. And actually, he wasn't ever given permission to work remotely in the first place, and so he was demoted instead of promoted after that. And when it comes to that girl that he cheated on me with from his job, she wasn't in for a good time either, as she soon learned about the lie he told to be able to go on vacation with her. And just a little while after, the story of how he lied about his mom's health so that he could cheat on me spread around the town and really ruined both of their reputations. But this wasn't even close to the end. And this story soon spread to that girl's husband as well, and he went out to find where Connor changed jobs to, and when he found him, he explained to Connor's manager what happened. This then led to him being fired from that job and completely moving out of the city into a small apartment out somewhere in the countryside to hide from all that was going on. Right now he's working on a farm doing laborious work to try and make up the money needed to pay off the settlement to his one secret girl's husband. And I'm sure that since his bank accounts are bone dry, it'll be a long time before he's able to break free from all this. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.